back to another video, and today I'm going to teach you 5 tips you should use if you're a beginner GFX artist. The first tip is to use Blender version 2.79. Blender 2.79 is the earliest version of Blender, which means that the features are less advanced and easier to use in my opinion. I'm using Blender 2.79 right now, and I've used Blender version 2.79 for all of my past GFXs. Some tools that you're going to want to know about on version Blender 2.79 is this tool, which is the little mouse icon, which allows you to move objects to any side that you want, so up and down, left and right, and back and forward. This little curved tool right here allows you to rotate objects from any side that you want. This little tool right here that looks like a line in a box allows you to transform objects, so make them bigger or smaller or wider or more slim, as you can see. And that's about it for all of the important features you should know about for now on Blender version 2.79. So you can press delete on your keyboard, then delete to delete objects. And my next tip is to use the Roblox Woman Rig. I already made a video about how to use the Roblox Woman Rig, which I will link in the description, but I will give you a quick overview of some important features you should know about in the Roblox Woman Rig. Using the link I've put in the description, download the Roblox Woman Rig and open it using File, then Open, and then find the file on your computer, select it, and press Open Blender File. You won't be needing the head on the Roblox Woman Rig, so you can go ahead and delete that by pressing B on your keyboard, selecting an area, and pressing delete on your keyboard, then X. So on this Roblox Woman Rig, it may look a little bit difficult and complicated, but there are only about 4 features that you need to know about. This little circle right here allows you to bend a portion of the arm, like so, and this little set of circles right here allows you to move the whole arm. So if I wanted to make the arm look like it was waving, I could navigate it to look like that. And using the arrow tool, I'm just going to move it down a bit and adjust it a little bit more. And there you have it. Now it looks like the arm is waving. This little zigzag right here allows you to move the wrist, which can look good in some situations, but I feel that it is not needed here, so I will not adjust the wrist. And these little 2 boxes here allow you to move the placement of the hand like so. So it can be as if your hand is clenched, or as if your hand is very wide, like so. The same goes for the other arm, so I want it to be a little bit tilted toward the stomach, and that's how I'm going to move it. Just play around with the Roblox Woman Rig until you feel it looks right. And now my arms are adjusted. Moving on to the legs, this little box right here allows you to move a portion of the leg, like so. And this little set of boxes right here allows you to move the placement of the whole leg. And again, just play around with this until you think it looks good. The same goes for the other leg, although I'm not going to adjust the other leg because I feel this looks decent. You're actually going to want to import the head onto the Roblox Woman Rig from your Roblox avatar, which I show how to do in the YouTube video I have linked below. But once you have your head, you're going to want to select everything, and then using this little curve tool, you would rotate the head a little bit to make it look like it was sort of tilted towards you, which I think in some situations can be very cute. And there you have it. That's the tools that you need to use to navigate the Roblox Woman Rig. My next tip is not to use full-on 3D backgrounds. I recommend not to do this if you're a beginner because it can be difficult to make your Roblox avatar interact with the 3D background, and it can make a lot of problems arise that if you're new to Blender, you won't know how to fix. I use 3D backgrounds usually for my Roblox GFXs, and here are some pictures of what it looks like. However, like I said, this is difficult to do if you're a beginner. Instead of using 3D backgrounds, I recommend you use preset 2D backgrounds, as some of them also set the lighting for you. I get my 2D backgrounds from a website called HDRI Haven, which I will link in the description below. After you've clicked on the link below, it will take you to a website that looks like this. You're going to want to scroll down and find an HDRI that looks good to you. I found an HDRI that I liked, so I clicked on it, and now you're going to want to press download. How long it takes to download really depends on, again, the strength of your computer, but I'd estimate maybe 30 seconds at most. Once the file is done downloading, you're going to want to go back to Blender, and right here on the little earth icon, you're going to want to press that, and under the Surface tab, you will see Surface, Color, and Strength. Press this little dot right here next to the gray color, and select Environment Texture. Now press Open, and find the file you just downloaded on your computer. If you're having a hard time finding the HDRI in all of your files, you can move the HDRI file to a folder so that it will be easier to find, which is what I'm going to do. I found my HDRI, so I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and then I'm going to press Open Image. You won't see the HDRI in just the basic editing mode, but once you go to this little circle and select Rendered, you will be able to see it. So as you can see, I now have a 2D background as well as lighting. My last and final step is, when rendering, do not make the resolution too high. So to finally render your GFX, you're going to want to right-click any object, go to the Create tab, scroll down, and press Camera. Now press View, then Camera, and this will allow you to choose what your GFX renders. I'm going to put it right here. If you click on the little camera icon, this is where you will see the resolution. Like I said, do not make the resolution too high or too low. I have it at 1920 by 1080px right now, and that's what works for the strength of my computer, and this is also the size needed for a YouTube thumbnail. If you make it something like 4000 by 4000, it will take up a lot of space on your computer, and it will also take an extreme amount of time to download. Also keep in mind what type of GFX you're making. For example, I'm going to make this GFX my thumbnail, so I have the YouTube thumbnail proportions. However, if you were to, let's say, make an Instagram post, you might want to change the resolution to something that is more square-shaped. Once you're done, you can scroll up and press this little render icon to start rendering your GFX. As you can see, this is the final product where I've incorporated all of the 5 tips for beginners. Now you can edit this however you'd like, and personally, I'm going to make this into a thumbnail. I'll see you guys soon, and bye-bye! Have a good day/night.